Good morning, students. Is my voice clear to you? Sir, beta good, sir. Is my voice clear? Good morning, good morning. Beta, is video and voice clear? Yes, reply. Is video clear?
Good morning, students. Is video clear? Visibility is there? Please answer.
Okay, good morning, class. So, as you know that today at 12:30 p.m. there will be a test of chapter 2, that is kingdom classification. Okay, so I have given you some pages, that is page number 32, 33, 34, 35 and 36. Okay, on page 36 there is harmful bacteria. So up to harmful bacteria you have to revise. Okay, starting from page 32 you have to complete the reading up to page number 36. Okay, questions will be from in between these pages. Okay, no back exercise. Questions will be from only these pages. Okay, MCQ and true and false. Okay, so prepare yourself for the test. And page number I have already mentioned here, 32, 33, 34, 35 and 36. That is up to harmful bacteria. Okay, and up to harmful bacteria we are going to revise today. Okay, so students, on page 32 we have to revise two kingdom classification system and five kingdom classification system. Okay, so in the year 1758, 1758, okay, Carolus Linnaeus.
Voice is not clear.
Okay, is voice clear? Is voice clear?
Yes.
Okay, in 1758, Carolus Linnaeus. Okay, Carolus Linnaeus is the name of scientist. Okay, it is very important to learn the name of scientist. Carolus Linnaeus. Okay, Carolus Linnaeus in the year 1758 proposed two kingdom classification system. Okay, now what he did, he classified all the living organisms, or he divided all the living organisms into two kingdoms. Okay, one is kingdom plant and the other is kingdom animalia. So kingdom plantae, it is also known as plant kingdom, or kingdom animalia, it is also known as animal kingdom. Okay, so according to Carolus Linnaeus, all the living organisms, they are divided into two categories. Okay, means what he did, he grouped all the organisms into two categories on the basis of their characteristics. Okay, but later on, this classification system, that is two kingdom classification system, it was a failure. Okay, so there was a need to do some modification in this classification system. So what were the drawbacks of this system? First drawback,
Please repeat, sir. Please repeat.
Beta Carolus Linnaeus, the scientist, in 1758 divided all the living organisms into two kingdom. ओके उसने जितने भी लिविंग ऑर्गेनिजम्स थे उनको टू किंगडम में डिवाइड कर दिया. एक का नाम रखा किंगडम प्लांट और दूसरे का रखा किंगडम एनिमल. ओके मींस कहने का क्या मतलब है, उसने ऑर्गेनिजम्स को दो कैटेगरी में डिवाइड किया. एक कैटेगरी की कौन सी थी, प्लांट्स की, और एक कैटेगरी थी एनिमल्स की. बट ये जो क्लासिफिकेशन सिस्टम है आपका वो ज्यादा दिन नहीं चला. ओके सो दिस सिस्टम वाज नॉट अडॉप्टेड. ओके सो इट वाज अ फेल्यूर. ये सिस्टम क्या हो गया, फेल हो गया. फिर इसकी जगह क्या हुआ, कुछ सिस्टम में मॉडिफिकेशंस लाने पड़े. ओके और ये सिस्टम क्यों फेल हुआ वो मैं आपको बता रहा हूं. 2 points I have written here. Discovery of virus and euglena. Okay so virus and euglena, these two organisms with their discovery, they cannot be placed in either groups. ठीक है, यूग्लिना और वायरस को ना हम प्लांट किंगडम में रख सकते थे ना किस में रख सकते थे, एनिमल किंगडम में. ओके क्योंकि इनके कैरेक्टर्स क्या है, इनके कैरेक्टर्स क्या है, डिफरेंट थे. प्लांट से भी डिफरेंट थे और एनिमल से भी डिफरेंट. ओके देन सेकंड ड्रॉबैक वाज बैक्टीरिया एंड फंजाई. So, according to Carolus Linnaeus, this bacteria and fungi, they were placed in kingdom plant. इनको कैरोलस लीनियस ने क्या किया था, प्लांट किंगडम में रख दिया था. ओके बट these two they possesses some characters of kingdom animalia. ओके उनमें कुछ कैरेक्टर्स किसके थे, किंगडम एनिमेलिया के. सो ड्यू टू दीज टू फैक्टर्स Carolus Linnaeus two kingdom classification system was failed. ओके इन दो पॉइंट्स की वजह से, इनकी डिस्कवरी की वजह से, इनके कैरेक्टर्स की वजह से क्या हुआ, कैरोलस लीनियस का जो टू किंगडम क्लासिफिकेशन सिस्टम था वो क्या हो गया, फेल. ओके सो इज इट क्लियर.
No question.
ओके इज दिस क्लियर टू यू. ओके बेटा now students we are going to discuss the new kingdom classification system which was proposed by Robert Whittaker. Okay, in the year 1969, Robert Whittaker proposed a new kingdom classification system in which the organisms were divided into 5 kingdoms. ओके तो 1968 में क्या हुआ, कैरोलस लीनियस का जो टू किंगडम क्लासिफिकेशन सिस्टम था उसमें मॉडिफिकेशंस के बाद क्या हुआ, एक नया किंगडम क्लासिफिकेशन सिस्टम बना. वो किसने बनाया, रॉबर्ट विटेकर. ओके रॉबर्ट विटेकर इज द नेम ऑफ साइंटिस्ट. सो व्हाट रॉबर्ट विटेकर डिड, he divided all the living organisms into 5 kingdoms. Okay that I am going to write on the board.
Sir, name of kingdom.
Yes, name of kingdom I will write. Okay. Okay, beta. This is the five kingdom classification system. Okay, why we are saying five kingdom classification system? Because Robert Whittaker, which is the name of scientist, what he did, he divided all the living organisms into five kingdom. Okay, first kingdom is kingdom Monera. This kingdom Monera we are going to revise today. Okay, then second is kingdom Protista, third is kingdom Fungi, then fourth is kingdom Plantae or kingdom Plant, or fifth is kingdom Animalia. Okay, so these are the five kingdom. Okay, so it is proposed by Robert Whittaker. So two important questions are here. Who proposed two kingdom classification system? It is Carolus Linnaeus. Okay. And then who proposed five kingdom classification system? It is Robert Whittaker. Okay. Now students see why he divided these organisms into five kingdom. Okay. He studied different characters, and on the basis of these characteristics, he grouped different organisms into these kingdom. रॉबर्ट विटेकर ने क्या किया, अलग अलग कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स पे स्टडी किया और उस कैरेक्टर के बेसिस पे क्या किया, लिविंग ऑर्गेनिजम्स को इन किंगडम्स में प्लेस किया. प्लेस करने का मतलब रखा. ठीक है. सो वी विल डिस्कस कैरेक्टर्स. Students, these 5 points which I have written on the board, these are very important points. Okay. According to these points only, we have to study each and every individuals or every organisms in each kingdom. Okay. So,
Page number.
beta, it is page number 32. Page number 32. Okay, so the first character is body organization. Okay, body organization means of how many cells the body is made up of. Okay, so according to body organization, the organisms, it may be unicellular or multicellular. Okay, so unicellular. Now you all know unicellular organisms are those organisms whose body in itself is a single cell, or whose body is made up of only a single cell. Okay, and all the activities of this organism is carried out by a single cell only. Okay, so unicellular organisms कौन से organisms होते हैं जिनकी बॉडी अपने आप में क्या है, सिर्फ एक सिंगल सेल से बनी हुई है और उनके जितने भी फंक्शंस हैं वो उसी सिंगल सेल से कंप्लीट होते हैं. क्लियर?
Animal blood cell are yellow. Question: animal blood cell yellow. Animal blood are yellow.
No beta, animal blood is not yellow. Okay, animal blood is not yellow, animal blood is red. Okay, and in some animals the blood is of blue color also. Okay, beta plant and animal, they are different. Okay, plant and animals, they belong to different kingdom. They are part of five kingdom classification system. Clear? Okay, so first characteristics which we were discussing, it is body organization. Okay, body organization means whether the organism is unicellular or multicellular. So many times I have told you the difference. Unicellular are the organisms whose body is made up of a single cell, and multicellular are the organisms whose body is made up of many cells. Okay, like we are multicellular. Okay, plants are multicellular, animals are multicellular. Clear? Difference is clear between unicellular and multicellular organisms. Is it clear? Beta, difference between unicellular and multicellular organism is clear. Okay. So next character is cell structure. Okay. Cell structure means whether the organism is prokaryote or the organism is eukaryote. Prokaryotes, these are the primitive organisms. Okay, these are the ancient or the old organisms in which the nucleus is not well defined. Okay, prokaryotes are the organisms in which the nucleus is not well defined. Example is bacteria. Okay, and eukaryotes, these are the organisms in which the nucleus is well defined. Okay, like we human beings, animals. Okay, our nucleus is well defined. Our nucleus is bounded by a membrane. It is surrounded by a membrane. Okay, all the organelles in our cell, they are membrane bounded. Okay, इनके चारों तरफ क्या होती है, membrane present होती है. Okay, so prokaryotes example is bacteria and eukaryote example is human beings. Okay, third is mode of nutrition. बेटा someone is asking filamentous. Okay, filament का मतलब होता है टुकड़ा. Okay, filamentous like this. These are the filaments. इसको बोलते हैं filamentous. Okay. Now next is mode of nutrition. Mode of nutrition means the process by which they obtain their food. Okay, so mode of nutrition may be autotrophic or it may be heterotrophic or it can be both. Okay, autotrophic mode of nutrition is the mode of nutrition in which the organism is able to prepare its own food. Okay, तो ऑटोट्रॉफिक न्यूट्रिशन कौन सा न्यूट्रिशन है जिसमें ऑर्गेनिज्म अपना खाना क्या है खुद बना लेते हैं. Okay, for example, bacteria is there. Bacteria prepares their own food by a process which is similar to photosynthesis. Okay, heterotrophic, we are heterotrophic, we cannot make our own food, we cannot prepare our own food. Okay, we depends on plants and animals for our food. हम क्या करते हैं, प्लांट और एनिमल पे क्या होते हैं, डिपेंड होते हैं अपने खाने के लिए. ठीक है, सो वी आर heterotrophic. Then beta presence or absence of cell wall. So it is very simple. Some of the organisms, they contain cell wall, and in some organisms the cell wall is absent. Okay, like we talk about plant cell. in plant cell the cell wall is present and in animal cell the cell wall is absent. तो इसको याद करने का सबसे अच्छा तरीका है P for plant cell and P for present. Okay, A for animal cell and A for absent. So the cell wall in plant cell is absent and the cell wall in animal cell, sorry, the cell wall in plant cell is present and the cell wall in animal cell is absent. Okay. What is? Okay, Dharya. In plant cell, the cell wall is present. Okay, and in animal cell, the cell wall is absent. Okay. Meaning of Whittaker. Meaning of Whittaker. Name of scientist. Raninder. Beta Whittaker. Whittaker is not any word, it is name of scientist. Okay, it is surname. Like your surname is there, Whittaker. It is the surname of scientist. Okay, it does not have any meaning. Okay, so this I was telling you plant cell, animal cell. So this point is very important. In plant cell, the cell wall is present and in animal cell, the cell wall is absent. Okay, clear? Okay, beta. Now we will revise first kingdom of five kingdom classification system, that is kingdom Monera. Okay, so kingdom Monera, it comprises of unicellular prokaryotic organisms. Okay, it comprises of those organisms which are unicellular as well as which are prokaryotic. Okay, so kingdom Monera is also known as prokaryota. Clear? So this is again very important question. What is the other name of kingdom Monera? So the other name of kingdom Monera is prokaryota. Okay. So what I told you, kingdom Monera, it includes those organisms which are unicellular and prokaryotes. Means the organisms which are made up of single cell as well as the organisms in which the well-defined nucleus is absent. Okay, so you can see here the organisms which belong to this kingdom, they have these characters. Okay, first is no well-defined nucleus, means nucleus is not bounded by a membrane. Bound का मतलब होता है बेटा, suppose this is the nucleus, this is the cell, this is the nucleus, and this is the membrane. Look beta, this is the cell, okay, and suppose this is the nucleus and it is not bounded by any membrane. This region, this is the membrane. So the membrane in case of prokaryota it is absent. So well-defined nucleus is absent. Okay, well-defined nucleus क्या है इसमें absent है. ओके, तो इस किंगडम में कौन से ऑर्गेनिजम्स आते हैं जो कि यूनिसेलुलर हैं और कैसे हैं, प्रोकैरियोट्स हैं. यूनिसेलुलर मींस जो अपने आप में क्या है, एक सिंगल सेल से बने हुए हैं, और दूसरा क्या है, जिनका जो न्यूक्लियस है वो वेल डिफाइंड नहीं है. ओके, सेकंड कैरेक्टर, जेनेटिक मटेरियल इज इन डबल स्ट्रैंडेड फॉर्म. तो जेनेटिक मटेरियल क्या है इनका, डीएनए. ओके, so DNA, it stands, full form of DNA is deoxyribonucleic acid. Okay, so this is the full form of DNA, deoxyribonucleic acid. So it is the genetic material, and this genetic material is in double stranded form. Okay, like this. Third is the organisms belonging to this kingdom, they may be autotrophic or they may be heterotrophic. Okay, autotrophic and heterotrophic, now it is clear to you. And fourth is ribosomes, they are present in the cytoplasm. Okay, so ribosomes, these are the round bodies or circular bodies which are present in the cytoplasm. So cytoplasm is a jelly like substance which is present inside the cell. Okay, now students, we will discuss one example from this kingdom, that is bacteria. Listen, question पूछ रहे हैं? Message दे.
DNA and
So beta, DNA is deoxyribonucleic acid, and eukaryotes, these are the organisms in which the nucleus is well defined. Clear? Okay. So one of the organism from kingdom Monera we are going to discuss. Okay, that is bacteria. So this bacteria, it belongs to kingdom Monera. So bacteria, you all know, bacteria, they are present in abundant amount in the, okay, habitat. Habitat means home. So bacteria, its habitat is soil, water, okay, food. Everywhere this bacteria is present. Clear? Even at present on your palm, on your books, on your table, okay, these bacteria, they are present. Clear? So this is the habitat. Second thing is shape. Bacteria, they are of different shapes. Okay, like spiral, bacilli, that is rod shape, cocci, that is circular, okay, and vibrio, that is comma. Okay, so these are the shapes of bacteria. First is spiral, then it is bacilli, rod shaped, then cocci, it is circular, and vibrio, it is comma shaped. Okay, so these are the shapes of bacteria. So basically they have four different shapes. I have already written here: spiral, bacilli, cocci, and vibrio. Okay. Now bacteria, okay, it varies in size. Okay, they are smaller also, and some bacteria they are bigger also. Okay, so the unit to measure the length of the bacteria is micron. This is very important. The unit which is used to measure the length of the bacteria, it is micron. Okay. Okay, you all know that bacteria, they are harmful as well as useful. Okay, so some of the useful bacteria like lactobacillus, it helps in preparation of curd from the milk. It helps in preparation of cheese from the milk. Okay, bacteria, they helps in softening of the meat. Okay, they helps in tanning of the leather. Some harmful bacteria, you all know that bacteria, they causes different types of diseases in humans as well as in plants and animals. Okay, so you have to today revise page 32, 33, 34, 35 and 36. Okay, and the test will be from these pages only. Clear? So all the best for your test.
पार्टीशन 47 36 अभी आपकी मैंने रिपोर्ट लेकिन मेरे को क्या अभी आपकी क्लास